I'm Catherine Minshew. I'm one of the founders and the CEO of TheMuse.com, and we help about 1 million people a month figure out what they want to do with their life and how to get there through job opportunities, photo and video profiles of interesting companies, and career resources.
I'm Sally Krawcheck. I'm currently the owner of 85 Broads, which is a professional women's network, and I'm past president and head of Merrill Lynch, Smith Barney, U.S. Trust, Citi Private Bank. I was a CFO, and I'm a recovering research analyst from Sanford Bernstein. I'm a huge Catherine fan, is my relationship with Catherine. I think we have what's traditionally called a mentor-mentee relationship. The Muse is filling a real need that's out there, which is, you know, there's just so much noise about and so much confusion about where do I want to work, what kind of environment and company do I want to be in.
I mean, there's so many challenges in the early days of starting a business that it's almost a matter of figuring out like which fire do you have to fight first.
Well, some of the questions that she's going to face and is facing, which are great challenges, is how to scale the business.
Scalability has sort of two big parts for us. One is the user side, how do we scale the number of people using the site? And the other is internally, how do we scale our platform and our operations? And as we scale the Muse, we're going from a business that had, you know, a relatively homogenous user base that we could provide one or two things for, to a much bigger company with a much more diverse community.
One thing that the Muse has done very well is you have a distinctive voice. You have a distinctive voice to your users. And what I've seen, having run some pretty big businesses, is as you get bigger, how distinctive can it be? And in that search for scale and revenues and business, do you start to lose some of which made the business unique, you know, and gave it that distinction?
One of the biggest challenges for us has always been prioritization. It's been a challenge for us because there are a couple of different things that we think are really missing from the career space that we want to provide, but we have a really small team.
And we, in fact, recently, you know, have been talking about the issue of how do you transition a company and a company culture from the point at which you know everybody, you handpicked everybody, you know everybody's dogs' names, and then one day you pass that point in time when you don't know everybody's name, and you can't. And how do you, when that first number one salesperson or producer is doing something that's contra to your values, you know, how do you react to that? And so these are incredibly important if you're trying to scale a business and grow a culture that sort of get tossed away to the side with the, yeah, you'll figure it out when you get there. It's hiring the right people, being very careful with every hire, because, you know, as a new business, the wrong hire can sink you. The wrong decision can sink you.
In our first month, we had 20,000 people visit the site, unique people visit the Muse. As we got bigger, those sources that we had learned to play and the ways that we were encouraging people to share weren't able to keep pace with the growth that we wanted to see and with the scale that we wanted to achieve. So I kind of joke on the team that there was a playbook which we cracked from 0 to 100,000 users. There's another playbook from 100,000 to 1 million monthly active uniques. And now we're in a little bit of a brave new world, because we're looking to get from 1 to 10 million monthly active uniques. And that's a level of scale that we haven't done yet, and that we're learning as we go along.
Catherine and I both have a real passion around women in business, and for women in particular, as they look to navigate this, having a resource like this whose voice speaks to them. I know we're seeing it in the initial success of this company, and I'm confident we're going to see it from here on out.